Welcome to Riverview, episode 7, I guess. So, not Maypole, I know. I said that I was going to do Maypole, but, well, I'm kind of having fun playing Riverview at the moment, you know. I will be doing Maypole. The Maypole maybe tonight, depends, because I get busy. It's Wednesday, I'm busy on a Wednesday normally, but maybe tonight I'll do Maypole, if I'm not too tired. If not, then it'll be tomorrow at some point. Get comfy here. That'd be a good start. Anyway, so because this is through Shadowplay, I can't give you a link, put a link in the description to where you can get this map from. But when I finish streaming, after I get done, I will put the link in then, which will be ready for when it's finished processing. It'll be all done and ready to go. So today we've got a few things that need doing. So over the start, I'd already started doing field 11, but 7 and 8 need ploughing. I thought 7 was done. I guess it was this one. So 4, 9, 10, 4, 6, 9, 10 are ploughed. These two need ploughing. This is almost done, and these two need doing. So we've got 4.5 fields to go with the ploughing, and then don't know what I'm going to do with the grass. I might just sell the grass fields back and see what happens, because, you know, why not? May as well, and see if they will be considered ploughed at some point, as far as the AI are concerned, like this one is already done. In fact, should we do that now? Because we don't need the grass fields just yet, so let's get rid of the grass fields and go back into this view. And what I'm thinking is using that money to flip fields. So we will start buying fields that have got things that we can make money on. Oats here. We could perhaps try. We're definitely not going with potatoes. Canola, we haven't got anywhere near enough money for that one. No. Not far off it. I mean, we could take a loan out and we could absolutely go there, and we could flip it, buy it, harvest it, sell it back, or we could go 27 and do that one. You know, that's all I'm thinking right now, is just because it's either that or else I do forestry to try and make money, and I don't really want to do that. So but before we can even think about going and buying other fields to work on, I'm thinking let's plough these fields. So we've got 4.5 fields to plough, and well, we better get to it, hadn't we? And we've already got the John Deere sitting here, as you can see, ready to go. So let's do that. So it's been an interesting few days. I mean, again, I don't know. At first I wasn't a big fan of 19. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't like it. I liked it the way it all came together, but I didn't like everything about it, and it was But the weird thing is, as soon as I got 19, the first thing I done after putting a plough in the ground was, let's start porting the map over. So, you know, I don't know. 19 didn't grab me like 17 did. But I'm enjoying 19. It just didn't grab me the same way as 17 did. 17 was like, wow, look at this. This is amazing. But then that's probably because I didn't play much of 15. I still have like 200 and whatever, 300 and some hours in 15, but I didn't play 15 as play it. So 17, I think that's why it was more of a wow than this one has been. But when all of the features has been announced for this, I was sitting there thinking, damn, that all sounds really good. I'm not a big fan of the animal placeables, but I get that Giants had to do with the ways that they did it. Was, you know, I just wish if they had made it so you didn't have to feed the animals on, or there wasn't a particular trigger on all sides of the animal zones, you know, that so you could put an animal zone in the corner. I'd have preferred it if they made it so you place the points down, that the feeding trough, the water trough, the for the sheep pallet spawn point, you place all of this in, and you place the fencing around, and then you paint a texture within that area, and that's the nav mesh for that animal, and you pre-select what animal you want in there, and that way those who want a huge pasture for cows can do so. Those who want a tight farm with very few animals can, you know, it opens the door for all players then. As it stands at the moment, it's not. I personally would rather not be in the farm. I'd rather be out here just doing work, because I'm not a big fan of the animal zones. But I like the fact I like the fact that you can start your farm anywhere, that you're not conditioned to where the player or where the map author has set you out. You can sell up, and if you start with anything and go and move somewhere else and start there. Or if you've been playing in, like right now, I could sell everything and go, I'm going over to the other side of the map, I'm done on this side. It's boring. I've seen too much of it. But I also guess if you're used to seeing a map in a particular way, then it makes sense that, you know, like I'm used to seeing Newbie Farm, as it was originally called, the way it used to be in 17 and whatnot. You know, that's how I pictured it in my head, and I think that's how a lot of people pictured the farms in their heads, and that's why it's a bit hard to grasp hold of. But yeah, hopefully in 21 Giants will change it so that animal zones aren't placed down as a full plot. It's you practically build it, but within the game. And I'm sure it can't be that hard to do. If they categorise it cows, and then everything to do with cows is there for you to select and put into wherever. I don't think they will, because it would be too, you know, console players will maybe not be that interested. But then console players aren't playing the game for long term. Not all of them anyway. A lot of the console players who are playing it long term tend to have a PC as well, or will move to a PC at some point, because long term is more on the PC due to all the mods. Short term is consoles, because until Sony and that turn around and turn around and pull their fingers out their ass and allow mods to go onto console, consoles for short-term play. How do you feel today, Armour? Just having a rant. You know, as you do when you're sitting here just ploughing, you find something to talk about. In my case, to bitch about. That's good to hear. Just, I've sold all the grass fields because, well, I don't want to plough them. The AI grass fields that the AI had no longer showing as needing ploughing. Don't mind liming grass fields, wrong button, but to go and plough them and then replant them in grass just doesn't make sense. Now, if I had to do it every, I don't know, every 6 or 10 harvests for the grass, that's different. You know, I could do that. I'm good, thanks. Just tired today. You know, but I was like, well, should I go early with the stream because I might not be able to stream tonight because the X comes on a Wednesday. And you know, so, and I do want to do Maypole tonight, but I don't know how long the X will be here. And then I can't stream for too long because I need to get done by 2 o'clock, so I can go and get the food sorted for the kids, and then go get ready to go and get the kids after I get back. So yeah, all go. This is my current downtime. Just go and do something, have fun doing it. So that's yeah. This field's almost done now. I've decided what mods I needed and what mods I didn't need. So from now on, whenever I do a stream, if it's Riverview, then it'll always be on multiplayer, so that any of the members of the Monkey Show can happily jump on, because all the mods that are needed to be able to play are in the mods for testing, and it's like 120 megabytes or so zip file to download, which got all the mods that you need, and that way I don't have to exit the game, save and exit and reload it in multiplayer. It's there running in multiplayer, and anyone who wants to join can join. Then they don't have to go, can I jump on it, I'll be on in a sec, you know, kind of thing, or I'm not feeling it today, maybe another day. Or some people just jump in and it'll be like, oh, so and so's joined, you know. But the 4 more fields after this to plough. Lovely. So that's why I've got a lot of money, because I sold all the grass fields. When I get done, I will go and start doing field 7. I want to plough under the cotton, but I don't know if it would actually be profitable to lease the equipment in. I don't know. And plus it's the trailer and the combine that has to be leased in. It's not like it's just one piece of equipment. The whole shebang has to be leased in. So I might just plough it under and just be done with that. One of these days I'll actually remember what button does what. Next field. This is the awkward one. Definitely awkward. But as you can see now, it's been lined up more so that if you join these two fields together, you can get away with it. It'll be a lot easier. So it's been set up with the idea that you will join them together at some point. Or the intention's there should you wish to do it, not that you will do it. Not everybody would join the fields up. But what we'll do is square this field off as best as we can. Or we'll just start at the flat side over there and just work our way over this way, I guess. Probably be easier. But we'll do 2 headlands, I'd say. Because originally I was actually going to change all of the fields and just square them all almost. But then it wouldn't be Riverview. It's funny. I don't get why the I can't hire AI to do this particular job. Just don't. Or hang on, actually I might know why. Is it because it's cultivated texture underneath? Because it wasn't planted first by... That might be it, you know. Because it was the first crop on the field. It wasn't actually a planted crop, it was just one that was done via you owning the field. That would have came up through a mission. I wonder if that's why it doesn't recognise it as a seeded field or an ex-seeded field now. We'll find out when the crops grow next time, after it has actually been seeded for the first time. And if AI can be hired then to do this, then that fixes that problem. And it's not a bug with the map or a bug with that Giants need to fix. Because I know on Maypole I've had the AI do the subsoiling while I've gone to make a coffee or I've gone to deal with the kids. This is going to take a while though. So I hope you like farming, those who are watching. Unless you're trying to get to sleep, then that won't take long. Facts. What I will do is I'll do it lengthwise this way, up and down for a bit. So east to west, and then because that's the longest edge by far. So it makes sense to do this as much as I can here and then start doing the next longest edge afterwards. So Armour, what would you do? Would you harvest the cotton or would you leave it? I just don't know if you'd make profit off it. I'm just not feeling that you would. Not for leasing everything in. Harvest. I knew you'd say that. Didn't even need to there. No, wrong button. Lift that up and go back, because you're completely missing all of this. So you think I'd make a profit off that field? Because I know 665,000 sitting in the bank sounds like a lot of money, but that's, 3 grass fields sold there. It's how much money would it have to make back? It's 25,000 to lease that, and then in here, cost and technology. So 26,000 to lease everything for the cotton harvest. So you think I'd make more than 26,000 off that field? I don't see 26,000 sitting on that field. I just don't see it. Or, well, not 26, I'd want more than 26. I'd want, a good 35, if not more. So that it was theoretically worth it. Not much, by much, but worth it. If I'm only going to make 1,000 or 2 profit, if I do make a profit, then it's not worth in leasing the equipment and bringing it here just to do that. It'll be easier just to plough it under and take. I didn't plant it, so I'm not losing anything on it. And plant soybean or sunflower or something there. No, but harvest. So you don't care if it costs money, or just if it's going to be a negative hit towards your balance. It's just harvest it. It's fun to harvest it. You don't need the money. Just cheat the money in. I don't cheat the money in though. So I won't harvest it. I'll just plough it under. It's fine. It's a shame because I'd have liked to have made a profit, but I've harvested every other crop apart from the potatoes. I happily ploughed them under. They're sitting nicely under the soil, ready for the field to be to be fertilised first, and then seeded. No, what, Maypole Farm? Not Maypole Farm. No, it's not Maypole Farm. It's Riverview. Maypole Farm will come tonight if I get chance. If I'm not too tired, it depends on what time the ex goes home. If she comes today, she might. Really? She might not come. I don't know. Depends on how she feels. If she's got a cold or something, she might say no. And because we're still getting over. I don't like this subsoiler. It literally misses. Not my farm. Oh, not your farm. Okay. Yeah, on your farm you can do what you want. On my farm, no. I can't. I don't want to take a loss. Everything I do needs to be making money to an extent. Doesn't matter how much it makes. It just needs to be making money. You know, depending on how long it takes me to get all of this done. If I get it all done, I might, he says, I might buy this field. Take a loan out, buy this field, because it's got, as you can see, nice big canola field. Sell that after harvesting it, sell the load, sell everything, and then sell the field back. You know, I might do that. And with the harvester that we've got, I know it would take a while, but that's something that I could happily do. And if Courseplay didn't affect the animals, I'd have had Courseplay doing the coursing, and I'd have just drove the combine. And it would have just taken the canola back to the farm actually, and just stored it at the farm, and then depending on the price, and then when the price was good, it would have been sold. Can't believe that coffee's almost gone. I only just made the damn thing. If I get this field and that field ploughed, hopefully before 2 o'clock, then, you know, that wouldn't. And tomorrow, if I get back from my exercise early enough, I could do another stream where I'm ploughing 2 more fields. What fun. There you go. Somebody disagreed with that and left the chat. Or not left the chat, but stopped watching. It was like, yep, ploughing more fields. Do you know how boring it is just watching you do this one? What you up to anyway, Armour? I'm wondering if David has had to go out, because normally when I stream he's had to go out, and he gets a notification I've gone live either as he's going out or while he's out. Because well, or he falls asleep listening. You know, there's that. See, I was going to do Maypole today, but I was looking at how much I've got to do on Riverview, and it was like, so that's why I'm doing Riverview right now. At 8 o'clock in the morning. I've replaced the retriever. I cheated myself the money back that I lost after not enabling the retriever. So I'd lost that vehicle that I'd bought. So I cheated myself 17,000 back, so I could buy the retriever back. And so that mod is now, or that vehicle is now included in the mods folder. And you're just starting ETS2. Okay. Doing some driving. Nice. So that I won't lose, because originally I was like, well, maybe I should just buy the pickup, because knowing me, I'll forget to activate the retriever next time and lose it all over again. At least with the pickup, it's a default vehicle. I wouldn't lose it every time I played multiplayer. And then it was like, why don't you just sort out the mods that you definitely want, and then only have those mods in the mods folder, upload all the mods that you've got that you want, and then go, there you go. So if I ever do multiplayer, those are the mods that you need. Don't, you know, and that's it. And so that's what I did, because at least they didn't have eggs in them. Well, eggs on it at the time, because they would have been lost. But there's currently 6 boxes of eggs, 5 or 6 boxes of eggs sitting on the retriever. Mostly remembering how to drive, or remember how to drive. Yep, you just keep going, don't stop, never slow down, apart from on very sharp corners, because you don't want your truck to fall asleep. And any accidents that do happen, it was never your fault. It was always the AI's fault. They either braked at a red light, which you could claim that you're colourblind and it was green to you at that point, or you had no chance of stopping, and the AI had thrown out the anchor and you had nowhere to go. And if only that would work out. I'm sure you remember how to drive. Ooh. I wonder why there isn't a 6-metre subsoiler. Just saying. You know, I like this design rather than a trail behind, because I don't like them. I don't like ones on a trailer. because it just doesn't make sense why Giants would give you 2 4-metre ones or whatever size this is. Other than because it's a different brand to the other one. But we're getting there. I don't know. I think we've done well. Half an hour. We've done, been here about 20 minutes just ploughing this field. Another 20 minutes to plough that end. Yeah, fun. Let the fun begin. I guess if I had courseplay it would have been a different story, because it would have gone and I could have had courseplay doing all this while I was seeding, or courseplay seeding while I was doing this, one or the other. Oh, jeez. So I think I found the one thing that's guaranteed to make me tired. Ploughing. I was fine yesterday until I started ploughing, and then I started yawning and everything. And I'm pretty much getting in that stage right now. Not good. And the coffee isn't working. GPS auto steer for the win. Yeah. And when you're porting it over, David, that'd be good. I'll beta test it for you. Oh. I never used that feature though. I used to use GPS, I just never used to use the auto steer part. Remember when I said I was going to square this field off? Yeah. I don't know what the weather's like for you, David, but here, sun's out and it's warm. And we had black ice this morning. No snow, just black ice. But here, perfect sun. The temperature's up. Don't know what the temperature's at. I didn't check, but it was warm in the sun. I know that, because where I was riding the bike and in the shade it was chilly, but as soon as you walked into the sun, you was like, geez, that's actually quite warm. So I would guess that it's around between 9 and 11 degrees, just on how it felt. And it could be a bit warmer in the sun, not sure. But it wasn't cold this morning either, it was colder getting Kai ready for school or waiting for his coach than it was taking the other one, Zach, to school. And we left earlier to get him to school because of how icy it was going down. Snow on the ground, 0 and Celsius sunny. Okay, so yeah, okay. I will, when I'm done with the stream, I will check what the temperature's at, unless it comes on TV. Because the news is currently on. Of course, it is House of Parliament, the normal thing. I guess the government have to be perceived to be doing something because they've got very little time now to get anything done. Well, if they didn't go on their holiday break, then they would have had a bit more time. Probably maybe even had everything sorted by now, huh? I doubt it, but... the government will do what they want to do, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. They think they know what's best for the people. Well, unfortunately, the people seem to have agreed to an extent, blinded by faith. What is it they say? Faith will set you free. Might imprison them in this case. Or condemn them at least. This is why I don't vote. Not because I don't want to be condemned, but because I don't see the point. None of them are worthy of my vote. No one is. Or up to this date, no one's been worthy of my vote. Not that my vote's anything special, just, it's not, but when I vote it'll be because I have full belief that the person that I'm voting on would has the ideas or ideals that I think are good. Snow on the ground, -6. Ooh. So, basking in the snow with a slight chill. Perfect. It's that sunny right now. If it wasn't cold, people would be out sunbathing. If I was using my hat tracker, I would have to close the curtains, and because the light would be bouncing off everything. It's literally really sunny. It's sunny enough for you to wear shades out there and not look silly for doing so. Which is just crazy. In fact, I could bring up on the tablet, couldn't I, what the weather is. Let's do that. Yes, I would like to type into there. Do you wish to open Google? The- wow, currently 3 degrees apparently. No, wrong button. My tablet is super slow. -4 tonight, and 3 degrees. Tomorrow will be 3 degrees with snow and -1 apparently. Definitely feels a lot warmer than that out there. Definitely. In fact, it's going to be the highest temperature at the moment is going to be next Thursday at 8 degrees, and a couple of days on 7s, but that's it. So whatever. Let's get my stream back up. Now it'll just take my tablet all week to do that. No thanks, I do not care. There we go. Oh, okay. Never mind. Might need to actually do this, because minimizing the page, and all it's doing now is just buffering for me. But I do not have time to sit and wait, so. That's it, back up and running. I can see the stream again now. It's not buffering anymore. Tablets. Apparently it needs plugging in because it's almost flat. Oh, we'll get that one day. Do you know what's on TV right now, David? Production line. Not the game, but production line. Factory making cars. You know, that's just teasing right now, because it was before I launched Farm Sim, I was going to do production line. And that's just, it's like, I see, look what you're missing out on. You could have been streaming this, and now it's showing me, you know, now on the TV it's all farming, farmland, not farming, but farmland. Lovely. 1:15. It's going to have taken virtually all the stream just to do this one field, isn't it? Then again, it is a big field. It's going to be interesting as to if I can get the other field, that field ploughed in time, or if I'm going to end up doing so much of it and then saying, right, I've got to rush off and get some for dinner. And I have no idea what I'm going to do for dinner. That's the unfortunate side of things. Because originally, while I was in town, it was like, maybe I should just get steak bakes and salad, and you know, cook some potatoes, and then they can have like a pasty and salad, or just buy potato salad and just have complete salad and with some fries and but then it was like, no, don't fancy that. And we might watch the second half of T2 tonight. Might. See how the kids are when they get back and if they're interested in watching it. We're getting there. Only that little bit over there now. And then that's all there. That lovely big cotton field to go bye-bye. The one armour thinks I should harvest, but because it's not his farm, he doesn't care if it costs me money or if I make money out of it. See how nice he is. Ooh, yeah, that's a bit harsh weather. I don't know where it is, but there's a pile up on something. Is this in Syria? Because I know there was a thingy put out of Syria. Something bad had happened. Are they having bad weather conditions or summer? Don't know. Comes to something when you're ploughing a field and watching the news at the same time, and I don't normally pay attention to the news. It's normally just there in the background. But this year's weather has been so erratic. You know, it's 1 minute it's in the teens, and the next minute you're freezing, and then it's back in the teens, and you know, just weird. Norwich, okay, Norwich. Anyway, back to the ploughing. Scared everybody away about talking about the winter wonderlands and everything. they've suddenly realised they got to go and plough their pavement or something, or their path, so people can go up and down and not slip and slide. Luckily I haven't had to do that one yet. It's coming though. I honestly thought I'd be doing that today. I thought, right, I won't be going out on the bike. When I saw how badly it was snowing yesterday and saw that it was actually starting to stick, I was thinking if it carries on like this all through the night, then I won't be going out on the bike tomorrow. I'll be ploughing my pavement so I can I can get the bin back in on the evening. Yeah, finally done that field. Just 3 more to go. Shoveling snow. The fun. Bye bye cotton. Yeah, you see it's not a seedy texture underneath. That's why you can't hire the AI. Now I understand. Fine. This one shouldn't take that long, really. I mean, it's a big field, but it's not an odd shape, which is where you spend a lot more time, is on the odd shaped fields. A field like this, it tends to be knocked out a lot faster. That reminds me, I've got to do TMR for the cows. Lovely. I'll do that off cam, because that's going to take a while. I was hoping that, but there again, we've got no factory scripts, I don't think, for 19. Don't think it's been ported over yet, so that's why we probably haven't got the placeable mixing stations. Seasons and a placeable mixing station is a must-have. And since FS11 I've been begging for seasons, for not begging giants but wishing for seasons, should I say, and then in FS17 the dream came true, which is funny. Running out of things to talk about. Not good. Definitely not very good. Might have to give Stationaries a go again. So I do enjoy that game. Problem is, I wouldn't do a stream on it or a video on it because I've got already, theoretically, if you think about it, I've got Riverview, Maypole, Interstellar Rift, Factorio. That's just 4 maybe production line that I'd be doing videos or streams on. You know, that's 4 or 5 different games that I'd be basically playing. 3 are definitely a series. Maypole, Riverview and Factorio. Interstellar Rift is I guess it's more like a filler than a series, because I would do Interstellar Rift as a series if we was doing multiplayer on it, but at the moment we're all playing our own games and of course not all of us can commit to a series. Not during the day because work and real life. See, if I do it like this, instead of doing half the field and then looking at the other half going, damn, I've got that half to do. If I do it like this, I'm not stopping, I'm just carrying on with the momentum. Do I have Discord? I do, but it's not my Discord, and I'm now in Discord at the moment. But welcome to the stream, Colleen Holbrook. Yeah, it's not my Discord. It belongs to the Monkey Show. So, lift that up. Why is there something you want to ask? Because you can ask in the chat if you want. What do I play on? This is PC. Damn, that's foggy over there. It'll be nice to see all these fields regrowing. You know, that would be nice. And because it's seeding them next, and because they've already been ploughed, it theoretically means that they shouldn't need to be ploughed again, as long as I don't do corn or ground root crop. Unless giants have set it up that after X amount of harvest, regardless of what you've planted, you'd have to plough them. Not sure. That's something that we'll find out. Apparently stock pork's bad for the snow as well. That's what lime is for, every 3 harvests. Okay, so that I don't have to plough every 3 harvests, as long as it's not one of those particular crops. So if I do a grain crop or a cash crop like canola, soybean, then it will always be just lime afterwards, every 3 harvests thereafter. That's good to know. So what's this? Minus. He changed this picture too quick. Basically, all of Ireland and most of the UK was blue, all minus. No, our normal typical weather, the kind of weather that we're used to at this time of year, that we expect to have this time of year. In fact, and it always snows late January, early February. Sometimes again mid to late February. If it hasn't snowed by February or the end of February, then you know the weather's completely messed up. Well, surprised. I didn't think we'd get this field done in time for the stream by 2 o'clock. We might, well, it looks like we will. 2 fields done in an hour and a half. That's really good. I'd have liked to have got a lot more done, but that'll come in time. I'm going to sell the Styra tractor because it's of little use. Convert the case that we've got, which is 175 horsepower, have that so that one's got the skinny wheels on it, the care wheels, and let the Massey put that one back to its normal wheel type, standard wheels, because it just looks completely wrong the way it is. And then the case will be used for spraying, and the basic carting tractor, because it's not being used at the moment. It's either sell it because it's not being used, or have a use for it, and the Styra is limited in what it can be used for because it can't. You can't upgrade its engine, you can't do anything else to it. That what it is what it is. And you can't have a front attachment on it, only front weight and rear 3-point, and that's it. There's no customization for that front weight, sadly. Oh, no, back. Thank you. May have been a bit close to the hedge. Just a bit. Theoretically I should get all of this, shouldn't I? 4 lines, 5 lines even. That's better. Need something to chew on. Keep me awake. Although the prospect of getting this field done is looking good. Might be enough. Unless I do things like that. Yeah, it's I'm eating well, effectively I like laces things, chews. They was next to me, so it was like, yep, I'll eat them. I'll just buy the kids some back. That's what happens when the kids leave something by me. It's better before we miss a section. Good job it's not yeah, I'd get some funny looks off the dog then. And a good job the kids aren't here to see you, to see what you put there, because that might give them ideas. So Dad eats all of our sweets if we leave them by him. Let's put some dog food in this bag of sweets and put it by him, you know, and leave it there. See if he eats that, he might learn his lesson and never ever touch our sweets again. To be fair, I buy myself because there's not much I will eat. I won't eat chews and things like that, or chocolate. So I tend to go for licorice. and laces are one of laces, milk bottles, things like that. I'll eat. The Haribo sweets, I'll eat them. The jellies, basically, because it's something just to sit there just nibbling on while you're doing something. It was what I used while I quit smoking, actually. Whenever I felt, if I was doing a video and I suddenly got the urge to want a cigarette, because it wasn't like I could just get up and go and do something else to get rid of the feeling of wanting a cigarette, I would just sit there eating some Haribo, and then and that's why I always keep it's become a habit now to always keep something like that near me, and I don't have the urge to want a cigarette anymore. But I guess I just started a new hobby, or a new habit rather, not hobby, habit, and yeah. But the kids will occasionally leave their sweets by me, and it'll be like, not such a good idea. And this time they left their laces by me, and it's like, well, yep, thank you. And for those who don't live in the UK and don't know, and might have it under a different name, the name that is in the UK is Not Drop Your Subsoiler, that's for starters. The name that goes under in the UK is Chewits Laces, strawberry flavoured Chewits sweets. Really nice. So what we might do is, if we've got time, is after this has been all done, this field's done, is we'll start spraying as many fields as we can, which means going down to the store to fill up the fertilizer sprayer. But we'll do that and get some of these fields for stage 1 fertilization done. Probably do 11 and then do the 2 top fields up, then those 2, 9 and 10. So 9, 10 and 11, try and get those done before the end of the stream. It just all depends on how long it takes just to do these last 3 passes by the looks of it. You see, this is where I'd press higher AI and I'd go and get a milkshake out of the refrigerator, but can't do that. And I'm out of coffee, almost. So I'll have to wait until I've got the fertilizer sprayer even, and I'm filling it up. While that's filling up, I can go and get a milkshake. Wow, that stream's really far behind, on my tablet at least. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 passes left according to the tablet. Interesting. Oh well, we'll get them bits on the way back up. Or back down rather. Not what I meant. Getting up at 6 o'clock and going for bike rides by 9 o'clock is not necessarily the best idea. You get tired very quickly, let's put it that way. Of course, I gotta find the sprayer. That's there's that side of it as well. But we're almost done. With what, 15 minutes to go? Really good. There we go. Let's get this back to the farm for now. We won't detach it or anything because, well, it's got to be used for 44 and 45 need ploughing, but for now it will sit in here, out of the way. Let's get the case, the one that we're going to be using for everything that is light work, and we'll go and start and fill the fertilizer sprayer up and then start fertilizing the fields. And when we've got enough manure and slurry, we'll start using the produce off the cows to do some fields, but we'll give them a bit longer just to start stockpiling it. Oh, that's why. See, not used this tractor at all, so I haven't even got drive control active in it. There. Right, let's go. You know, one thing I forgot to fix before I released this map was that ditch. Oh well. Too late now, unfortunately. So we want two of them. that's doing that, let's get this wire and go and get the thingy out of the refrigerator. Milkshake. I was going to say this shouldn't be full. It's no, the tank, that one's full. It's the front one that isn't full. There we go. Camera view. Up. So let's go and spray field 11 and start there. Right. Theoretically, if I follow this track here, it should be perfectly online. That's interesting. Field boundaries are bigger than the field. I don't get why that would be. Because in the editor, the field boundaries for this field look identical to the field width, and yet they're not. So somewhere here should be about right. Slight overlap. It's looking good. finally. Normally I don't care about overlap, to be honest. Normally it's just, but I'm just looking at the lines on the field and going, okay. Let's see if we can reduce the usage of the fertilizer and get to go a lot further, so I can get more field sprayed in the time I've got, as opposed to spending time going down to refill it because I've overlapped too much. Oh, wrong one, that one. It looks like we won't get 9 and 10 done in this stream. Let's see if we can get one more done now. And we'll do that one over there, the bigger one. Let's go from there. And we'll go just straight down, then we'll come back and do that little bit in there at the end, instead of going around all the time. Means that we'll have quite an overlap when it comes to doing it, but be fine. Let's just avoid this tree. Really, the stream on my end is only just got to the field 11 to fertilise it. Damn, my Definitely, I think, need to reset the routes tonight. Maybe I've overworked it with all the streams I've been doing of late. Oops, that was a tree. There. Should we do this one? Last pass on mine, last pass on yours. You're also doing Farm Sim, David? I'll do this one last field for Garrett, and then because I'm not I'll have time to get out the door and because this will be what 2-3 passes, maybe a fourth, depends. Get out the door and then go and just, the place I've got to go is literally just round the corner. So normally it takes me about 15-20 minutes to get done. Stream way ahead my end. Yeah, so it's just my end, it's just my router needs resetting, I'm guessing. It's since I looked at the weather on the tablet, and the tablet just hasn't been able to keep up. It buffers every so often, and then and I've completely closed the page down and reopened it, but no. So yeah, one of those things. It's okay. I know not to do that next time now. Not on the tablet anyway. And obviously I didn't want to show on stream where I lived, so. Lazy chickens. Make perfect chicken nuggets though. Yeah, so it'll be four passes. Okay, that's still good. 4 passes, can't moan at that. And if I had another half hour, I would happily go and fertilise the other 2 fields ahead. But I probably wouldn't even need half an hour. Probably only need like 10 minutes, but I just don't have the time. The North Pole. Well, because of the weather that I've been talking about, yeah, definitely. North Pole. Don't tell the kids that I live there, because they'll be thinking, oh, so Dad's Santa. Uh-oh. My bank balance has suddenly just gone a lot less. It's a lot smaller than what it was. Thanks. Glad the kids don't watch the streams. At least I don't think they do. I know they watched your video, David, that you did. What was you doing ETS? They was watching that. Whenever we do Wreckfest, they'll watch my videos on that, and Stu's. Pardon me. They'll watch mine and Stu's videos on Wreckfest. Right, so 2 more videos, 2 more fields even, done. So that's 3 fields done now. 2 to go down this end. No, 3 to go down this end because there's field 18. And then there's 2 fields to be ploughed and then fertilised. But how much is left in there? There's enough to get these 2 fields done, surely. So, yeah. Hi, Colleen. I'm just about to wrap up, I'm afraid, because I gotta go and do some shopping for the, something for dinner. Not sure what, but I need something. So, clear my throat. That might help. So I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by and watching. If you liked what you've seen, please hit the like button and be sure to sub and hit the bell icon if you wish to be notified of anything that I put out and when I go live. That's if you wish to come back and watch again. And on the front page there's links to all of the members of the Monkey Show. They all put their own content out. Sometimes we do multiplayer together. Please go and have a look at their stuff and maybe them doing something that you like as well.